Max, we went on a trip yesterday.
Yeah.
We got in the old swag wagon, the swaggin', and we drove south. We drove south first to Waxahachie.
Mm-hmm.
And in Waxahachie, so when we go on a road trip, for those who don't know, for a high school football game.
It's a two-pronged exercise.
It is. First, we find a good game. And then we find a top 50 barbecue spot as ranked by the great Daniel Vaughn from Texas Monthly. And so we found ourselves in Waxahachie eating at Harris Barbecue.
That's true.
Harris Barbecue, which is, we were having the conversation about how these all come in different kinds of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And they do. This one's kind of, a modest building with a little smoker out back.
Great.
And they are the kind of place that's open until 5:30 or until they run out of meat. And we got there at about 5 o'clock, a little before 5 o'clock, and we ended up being their last customers. And so we got locked in with Mr. Harris, and we chatted him up a bit and enjoyed his delicious barbecue. The sausage was outstanding. I thought that the ribs were outstanding. I know you had the beef, the brisket.
Oh, the beef was amazing.
That's pretty good. It was all great. And the potato salad, I thought, came through pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, overall, if they ask you, my one advice, they're going to ask you if you want hot or mild sauce. We only had the hot sauce. It wasn't that hot, but it was so good.
Yeah.
It balanced that meat so perfectly.
We were skeptical about the sauce.
Yeah, but it was...
We were converted quickly.
Fantastic. And once again, Daniel Vaughn remains undefeated.
Yeah.
So then we got back in the swaggin', and we headed down to Waco, Waco ISD Stadium for a 3A Division I clash between the West Trojans and the McGregor Bulldogs. Caught up before the game with both coaches, Coach Judd Thrash over there at McGregor, building something exciting there. Yep. And McGregor fans were fired up. They were fired up to be back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then we caught up with Coach David Woodard of the West Trojans. Game started, and it became pretty evident from the jump, in my opinion, that West had such a significant size advantage.
Yeah, especially in the trenches.
That it was going to be very hard for McGregor to overcome that.
Yeah.
They had two kids, Bates and
Garrick. Yeah, the
who
quarterback.
are monsters.
Yeah.
And they are very difficult to bring down in one-on-one situations. They were just plowing over defenders. It was basically West out-muscled them, and they end up running away with a 41-14 win over McGregor to advance to play the winner of Hitchcock and Trinity tonight. They already said, we talked with Coach Woodard after the game, they are going to play in Brenham, 7 o'clock next
Great place
Friday.
to play, by the way.
It'll be a lot of fun there at Cup Stadium.
Yeah.
But
Garrick stole the show.
He did.
I think we have to talk a little bit more about the game he had. He was watching one of his last touchdown runs here.
I believe he had 3 touchdown runs
and an interception. Pretty
and
good
he
night.
had a fantastic game. He was the best player on the field last night.
Yeah.
And he was they just out-muscled him. And you went up to we talked with Coach Thrash after the game from McGregor, and he looked at us. He goes, "They beat us up.
Yeah.
They were just a little bit more physical, and they had the size advantage. And it became pretty clear that they were going to be able to throw their muscle around.
Mm-hmm.
McGregor did strike in the early going to draw it to take a 7-6 lead, but from there it was all one-way traffic for West. They figured it out. They figured out that big bruising running game, get Nathan Garrick with a head of steam. And I'll tell you, man, you look at that bracket, and I think it breaks down pretty favorably for them. We were also able to catch up with the victorious head coach, Coach David Woodard of the West Trojans. Here is our post-game interview with David Woodard here on Texas Football Today. Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here at Waco ISD Stadium, where the West Trojans are victorious over the McGregor Bulldogs. We're joined by the coach, David Woodard. Coach, a playoff win is a playoff win, and you guys looked convincing in doing it. I imagine you got to be awful proud of your squad.
Super proud of our kids and the effort they put forth, since last November when football ended. And so we made a goal early in August that we wanted to win a district championship, and we shared one, and we sort of accomplished that goal. And we made another one that we didn't want to just play one playoff game. And so our kids had the mindset to come out here tonight and to make sure that we accomplished that goal as well.
You got an outstanding game from your quarterback, Nathan Garrick. This kid was everywhere, doing everything he needed, and had an interception to boot. This kid seems like he's pretty special, pretty important to your team.
He is. He's just a football player, and he always seems to have a knack to make plays when we need him. And so he did a great job tonight commanding the offense and getting us in the right plays and making good decisions. And so and then defensively came up with a huge pick and had some big tackles. So like I said, the kid's just a football player, and you get every ounce of effort out of him every play, and just super proud of him and the way he leads our team.
Speaking of the defense, your defensive line was just outstanding tonight, really getting that good push. How important are they to what you want to do defensively, and how far can they take you?
They're hugely important. A lot of them, all of them are 3-year starters, and they have a lot of experience and a lot of athleticism, and we're going to lean on those guys, offensively and defensively up front to control the line of scrimmage each and every week, and we're gonna ride those guys to wherever they take us. And so just super proud of our D-line and the way they control the line of scrimmage and the pressure they put on McGregor all night long.
How have you seen this team change from maybe week one?
I don't know that that we've really changed. I think we've grown up a little bit and we've matured a little bit through the year. And we've also gotten, after that week 2 loss tomorrow, we've gotten a lot more consistent and a lot more businesslike in our practice and our work ethic. And so I think a lot of that just comes with maturity and experience. And we've got a great group of seniors that provide us a great group of leadership. And so I think the biggest thing is we've just matured a little. We understand what it takes, not just on Friday night, but Monday through Thursday, to make sure that we have a chance to be successful.
You guys now draw the winner of Hitchcock and Trinity. Do you know anything about these teams yet?
I know they're really far away, but not really. We were super focused on our district run, and we were super focused on tonight, and we'll get in and go see that game tomorrow night and get some film on them and go to work Saturday morning and see what we can do game plan wise to try to get another win next week.
How long do you get to celebrate?
Till I get home, and then it's back to work. And so but we're going to celebrate this one. This was a huge win for us, and proud of our kids and proud of the step that they took tonight, on their journey.
Coach, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Love Coach Woodard.
He was fired up. He was fired up,
guy.
and understandably so. I do think it's interesting that people don't necessarily pay attention to the fact that now they're going to go play probably, I think Hitchcock's a pretty sizable favorite over Trinity tonight, but either way, they're playing a team from basically southeast Texas.
Yep.
So they're going from playing a team basically down the road in McGregor to a team like across the state in the second round. So West, I'll tell you, you look at the way that bracket breaks down, and after seeing them in person, they are so physical that you start saying, why not?
Yeah.
And that defensive front is menacing for a 3A team.
Yeah.
It reminds me kind of when we saw Munster last year.
A little bit, yeah.
How we were just like,
the size
wow,
stands out, yeah.
They're just a lot bigger and stronger. So it's going to be interesting to see how far they can go. So we appreciate Coach Woodard catching up with us after the game.